Double kill. Trouble in the back. There's another car about to. Cars are all over the place again.
Ryan Newman, 12 car. Dave Blaney in the 77 as well.
And they're racing back to the caution. See,
yep, there it is. There it is. A left side tire going down.
That thing's going to blow the left rear tire, and it's going to spin off the corner over here. There it goes. Caught the side of the 21. There went the 29. Oh, that 19 just squeezed through.
There's a lot of cars that just squeezed by right there. Of course, Dave Blaney, the 77's one that did not.
And you can see that the left rear tire is down and off the wheel.
That's what made him come around right there. He gets in the side of Elliott Sadler, the 21.
Looks like, you see, the tire lets go completely right here, and it comes around then.
Time by and look at this pack. Trouble off trouble. Newman slams the wall. Comes Schrader, and Newman is in the air and over. Ryan Newman, last year's Rookie of the Year. The rear end ripped from the car. It got to the grass. It got airborne.
Let's watch her here and see what happens. Oh, Kenny Schrader got out of control, got into him. Oh, that's what happened, Mike. His right rear tire came off. Car goes airborne. Then when it hits the ground, it digs in and just rips it apart. Let me tell you, the way these cars are inside, he's in a capsule in there. And so these cars, they've done such an incredibly good job with the safety and protecting the driver in these cars. Look at that thing lift up, Larry.
Just takes off like an airplane.
That's 3,400 pounds, folks, just lifting up in the air like a feather.
And the right rear wheel digs into the dirt and tears the whole rear end loose from the car.
Yeah, if the tire hadn't come off of the wheel, it probably wouldn't have turned over like that. But once the tire came off, and it dug in and flipped it.
Now, when Schrader's car was heading down pit road, he was basically a passenger. This is Ryan Newman exiting the bus stop chicane, hard on the throttle into turn 9 and up on his side after hitting the foam blocks and the tire wall.
Hard to tell by that angle.
Let's try this one.
Well, there's two of them involved and they're both spinning.
Yeah.
Chances are there was some contact between them.
He hit the curb. He hit the curb.
He hit Newman. Yellow.
But I think what we'll see,
3 more coming.
Robbie Gordon got on the curb and shot his car right up into Ryan Newman's car.
Yes, sir. You see right here, Robbie gets a run down on the inside. Gets in there, he's a little bit loose getting in, and he hits that curb. Just brushes into the left front of Robbie, but that's where you hit that left front tire and it jerks the steering wheel right out of your hand sometime.
And Ryan, you got.
Oh, trouble. That was a hard hit. That was a hard hit. I mean, that's definitely backup car. This is right where he had problems in practice earlier. And I'm going to tell you what, I don't think that car got loose. That thing had something break or a tire went down on that thing. That thing just went straight. It never turned.
Whoa, there they go. Newman around. And Rusty up in the wall with him.
More coming. Keep it up there if you can. You're clear.
The two Penske Racing South Dodge teammates.
He goes in really, really hard, and he knows he's got to get him cleared right here because he doesn't want to get stuck on the bottom. He just gets a little loose right there getting in. She wobbles, goes up the hill. Unfortunately for Jeff Gordon, he didn't get into him, but he did get into his teammate.
It looked like he actually had those left side wheels almost below, or at least right on that bottom line.
Well, I think Jeff really put the pressure on him right there, getting down into turn 1, because he didn't want to give up that outside line.
Car off when the shoulder of the tire appeared to let go. That flailing tread did the rest of the work.
But Darrell, even though there's a lot of damage to that car, if you're going to lose a tire on the straightaway, is the best place to lose it.
Newman sliding up. He was just in front of his teammate Kurt Busch, but didn't see what happened to cause him to slide up into the wall.
Well, Newman up in the wall! In the wall! The 12 car up across the racetrack and tags the wall with 3 laps to go.
Oh, my goodness. He just ran the fastest lap of the race the lap before that.
away. Now Gordon chasing him, 3 laps to go in turn 2. Now watch the 12 car just snap sideways.
Man, it looked like he was gone from here, and then all of a sudden it just went away.
It just wiggled just a little bit and took off.
Oh, got a
Whoa, trouble. Ryan Newman's Kodak Dodge has had a hard impact into the concrete wall, and the back of the car pushed in. Ryan was one of the early favorites here, having been a 2-time pole sitter, but pretty hard contact here on the early laps, lap number 3 in the race here. And there we are in progress. The car's already backwards, and it goes right up across, so just like you said, Russ, right across into the wall and just nudges that left rear quarter panel.
Yeah, Jerry, I'm not for sure that might have started a little bit earlier in what we just showed you this, and we'll go back and try to find some more. But no, it was a hard impact right up in the safe barrier, and thank gosh for the safe barrier. You know, he hit left rear instead of driver's side, so that's much better.
Yep. And Brian Vickers, Ryan Newman, hard to the outside wall.
Tell me when you're done here, but
That will bring the caution out.
look at that, I'm still going for a ride. Okay, you're all good. We're going to need another car, Tony.
Just in front of Newman, that's the 57, Norm Benning.
Oh, it looks like the 00.
David Rudeman just gets into the back of him.
Ryan dropped down to the inside to get around 57 of Norm Benning, and looked like David Rudeman and 00 got into him.
And you know, it was in the middle of the back straightaway where he got into the back of him.
Rudeman had a run, and it looked like he was trying to bump draft Newman and give him a push down the straightaway.
Wow, that's a hard lick.
Boy, it really is. It's so unexpected. And
Ryan is okay, and now I believe that was a hit into the concrete.
Oh, got trouble. Newman is around in the wall. It's like that pit road penalty just compounded itself.
Yeah, I've got the back end.
Ryan Newman making a pass there, getting a lot of speed. Yeah, looks like something was wrong with Stephen Wallace's car. There was extremely slow getting in the corner. Really surprised Newman. Oh, yeah. Stephen Wallace thought he had a flat tire or something there because that.
Him
coming in
You'll
your
see
picture.
Newman on the inside, 4th in line.
right back here. Caught the inside wall and not done yet.
No, he's going to
Spam.
the outside wall.
Now watch the 48 and the 98, the 98 and the 43. Newman checks up and Mark is into him.
Yeah, that's what happens if something in front of you happens, you end up being the victim.
Round in the middle of the back straightaway. Ryan Newman is in it. Through the grass goes the 37, excuse me, Travis Quapple.
A little bit wadded up back in there. Boy, it was a hard lick.
That was a hard lick
for the 39 car.
Somebody turned.
Elliott Sadler got loose.
Yeah, he got loose, and here they all come and just piled in.
The 19 of Elliott Sadler.
Look at that 39 car. Those splitters, they're like snow plows.
Wow, Bill Elliott just missed Quapple. To bring out the 3rd caution entering turn 3.
You know, remember I told you that a guy that really liked Boys Have At It drove the 42 car? He just sort of had at it right there. Or actually, I think he just had it right there.
Well, if he had it, Ryan Newman got it.
Yeah, that picture right there pretty much tells the tale.
You know, some drivers are like, you ruin my night, I'll ruin yours.
And Denny are working with Denny's spotter, Curtis Markham. We've got a crash, guys.
Ryan Newman spinning off the tri-oval. Caution flag.
That's just the air literally sucking that car around as he got up beside of David Rudeman when you're that close.
Hard to tell from that angle if that 00 was coming down at all.
Well, it just wasn't enough room there, and when you get this close to these cars, you can see, well, it's just that there's a lane there. That bottom lane, there's a little bit of where the pavement goes together and where the lanes were, it's a little uneven right there.
2 cars hard right behind them. And 3, Gilliland Newman. Mark Martin.
I'm okay.
Boy, that was a heavy lick. Getting 3 wide, getting in there. Mark was sailing it off in there on the outside of Gilliland. Boy, look at Ryan Newman. He almost got, his car went up in the air.
Just really nowhere for Newman in the 39 to go.
No.
Now Gilliland's car starts to come around, but look, Carl Edwards is right underneath him, Darrell.
Yeah, and I think what happened is, I think Mark's car, Mark went on the outside of Gilliland on the 34, and it socked the back of that 34.
See Kurt Busch just getting sideways there, down into the corner, bounced up into Ryan Newman. We had seen that earlier where it was a little reversed whenever Newman bounced into the 22, who then hit somebody else. Yeah.
And whoa, there he goes, and in the fence.
Oh, no.
He's wrecking. We stay green.
He's got a right rear tire down.
And he's around. Kurt Busch.
No, and there goes Newman off the bumper of someone.
And Ryan Newman
in the wall.
Bring out the caution flag with just 7 laps to go. Right of your screen. I think that's Almirola behind him.
Yeah, I know somebody got into him and turned him.
Eric Almirola got in the back of Newman.
You can see tires starting to blow out on that 39 car, and then he hits the inside wall hard.
Big...
Little trouble. Ryan Newman hard into the wall. Michael McDowell hard into the wall.
Caution's out, caution's out.
Ran that corner just a little bit. You see quite a few cars over there. Come back on the track. Contact between Biffle and Newman.
Yes, Biffle came back on the track. Newman was right there. Got into him and hard into that guardrail and the tires. Sends him back out in the middle of the track here into McDowell.
See the rear end housing loose from the car, and then it goes over the fence. That last impact for McDowell was the one that probably knocked the wind out of him.
It was Biffle coming back on the track that made Newman try to avoid running into him.
Oh, here's a car upside down.
Big time crash upside down.
It's Ryan Newman. See Kevin Harvick there. Marcus Ambrose.
Ambrose is there, comes across. Harvick stops, and Newman's car comes to rest upside down on its roof.
He and his teammate Tony Stewart got into the wall, but you can see it turns Ryan Newman around. As soon as it does, it's almost like that wing acts as to help to lift the car up. Lands on Kevin Harvick's hood. See Elliott Sadler there involved.
Elliott trying to jam the brakes on to keep him hitting the 39 as it was pirouetting up the track. He's able to miss it. Harvick able to get the car woed down as the 39 just comes rolling down on its roof onto the grass and comes over again another 360 before coming to rest on its top.
You can see Tony Stewart was running up on the car in front of him, and instead of hitting, he rolled out of the throttle, and Ryan Newman had a big run. And when he kind of saw what was happening, he had to turn left, and that shot him across in front.
He was actually getting a little bit of a shove from Marcus Ambrose, too.
Yeah.
Almost all the cars were touching going down the backstretch.
Now watch Marcus Ambrose's onboard camera as the 39 car comes across in front of him.
See right here, he gets that. Yeah, the second hit, that shot him over in front of the 29, and then when he got turned around backwards when the car lifted off. See, that bump there, that turned Tony.
Wow.
You can see the car up in the air down on the inside.
Hey, Kyle, the reason Eric Almirola.
Oh, there goes Kurt Busch and Ryan Newman around. Matt Kenseth tried to avoid it.
Stop. Yeah. Inside, hold your line.
Matt Kenseth got in the 78 pretty hard there.
Matt spun, got in the back of the 78 or got in the quarter pound of the 78 and spun him around and then almost took himself out getting up into the race.
But I don't think he got much damage talking about Matt Kenseth.
No, he got stopped. He's going to have to get tires, but you see him, he gets hit right there, right here, which sends him up.
Get down, inside.
Oh, turn 2. Ryan Newman tried, and he finally dumped David Gilliland. Newman had hit him about 3 times before, And that was the charm out of turn 2.
But look who paid as big a price as Ryan Newman in the 39.
I'm not sure this fight's over with.
This went on for 3 straight laps. Newman trying to get by with the bumper. And Gilliland ended up.
What's the guy coming out of this 38 car? I think he might be a little ticked.
Would not be the least bit surprised.
As a matter of fact, it's funny you mentioned that. Isn't this where that Joey said something about who wore the fire suit in the family? This is it.
Whoa, Newman and Allmendinger get together.
Oh,
hard
no.
in the wall goes Newman.
Man. Guys.
And both these drivers were having great runs, especially Ryan Newman.
Allmendinger just got a little wee bit loose as Newman was going around on the outside and wiggled and got into the left rear of Ryan Newman and sent him in a wall. Right there.
8th caution of the day. I think Kyle Busch lucky to get away from that one by diving to the inside. Same with Kurt Busch. Here's a look at it in real time. You'll see how fast things happen. Fastest part of the racetrack.
You just watch that 47. It just wiggles a little bit, and it's just enough to get him up the hill into the side of the 31.
Just about time he starts off the corner. There she goes. Oh, my goodness. That could have been so much worse.
Boy, it could have been real bad. There were a lot of cars coming at that 14 Tony Stewart.
I think Stewart might get away. He might be able to fix his car. It didn't look like he hit anything that hard.
Now watch as Newman's car goes sideways. Look at the fenders already exploded.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, Larry, didn't he have he had a right rear problem in the qualifier, didn't he?
Well, this is what I was just looking at. The 39 car had run 10 laps. You see him right there again in the middle of turn 2 with his teammate Tony Stewart and the 14 behind him. The tire just comes apart, nowhere for Stewart to go. Yes, Ryan Newman, who qualified 3rd a week ago, on lap 16. I think it was actually
with Edwards into turn 3 for 6th place.
There he goes.
Around he goes.
He and Carl got together.
Yellow is out. Yellow is out.
Ryan Newman was 6th on the outside of Carl Edwards when they made contact at turn 4.
Jimmy Johnson in that 48, he just went by both of them.
Oh, we got trouble already. Newman.
Spin behind you.
Ryan Newman is going to stay off the wall after spinning off turn number 2 to bring out the first caution flag of the day. There was contact.
What happens here, Mike, is there's a transition over there out of the banking onto the straightaway. Right here, when Ryan Newman moves out, that car's a little free. Tony Stewart was right against him, and he just spun the thing out. They're trying to, got another car
Up goes
around.
Ryan Newman. Justin Allgaier, Brian Scott, Terry Labonte.
Gone.
Cole Witt.
Right at the back of the field. Man, it just, that little bump, and it turned him. It's just in that vulnerable spot going into that corner. The car's a little free right there.
On the racetrack, guys.
Contact between Juan Pablo Montoya and Ryan Newman sends Newman crashing, and Jeff Burton is collected.
Wow, Montoya really gets into the left rear. No chance for Newman to save that one. Newman had been struggling some, and he had been holding up some cars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when you get that kind of, see that fluid down there on the racetrack.
Yeah, and I think the 78 car just saw him come up the racetrack, locked the thing up, and went up the racetrack into the wall, or got in the oil early.
Yeah, let's just listen to him lock up.
I don't know how to break.